Today we are going to be visiting Fine Writing International in Taipei. As you can see, the store already from the entrance shows a few brands that you know. And we are going to start our visit of their shop. So already when you start seeing paper and little details everywhere that makes this place very, very homey. Fine Writing Instruments has been at this store since the year 2000 because they have been here for 9 years. They are also, by the way, the official representatives of Rhodia and Herbin here in Taiwan. And as you can see, they have every single one of Herbin's inks, and they also have these lovely bottles. These are special collections that are dedicated to queens and kings of France, such as this one, which is for Marie Antoinette. But the most interesting thing are these beauties that are hidden around here a little bit everywhere, which are pens, but we'll get there in a second. They also have, by the way, all of the calligraphy inks. So if you are in Taiwan, in Taipei, and you do calligraphy, this might be interesting. They also have all of the RNK inks, including the full line of pigment inks, the calligraphy inks, all of them. And they also have KWZ because they are the representative of KWZ. But as you might be noticing here, the bottles are different here. They have smaller bottles like this, and they have bigger bottles like these. And these are really practical and interesting because they are just completely different. They are, if you like to have a lot of inks, I really like these because then you can have more colors, same volume. The names of the inks are in traditional Mandarin, but you also have the references, which are the same that Conrad uses on the kwcink.com website. And so afterwards, if I look here, there is Rhodia, there is all the Flying Spirit notebooks, which are done by Clairefontaine. They have like everything Rhodia, like really everything. All of the RNK inks. I'm doing a quick visit here. So here is also all of the Rhodia Gold Book notebooks. And then you go into very pretty things such as this Italian Amalfi paper, which in Paris is this is the Rossi paper. Which is made in Italy and is absolutely beautiful for letter writing, and I especially love these type of patterns. So there you go. Then if we continue through here, there is a full set of little cards that are really cute, really pretty. They also carry E and M from Germany, which are wooden pens. And all around the shop, by the way, there are really beautiful pieces of artwork, calligraphy. There are gems everywhere, really everywhere. There are different types of paper of different sizes and qualities, and they even have this beautiful paper from Amalfi, which, by the way, is, if I'm not mistaken, one of the last very traditional paper mills in Europe. So it's actually really nice because they hand lay their paper and then they cut the sheets in this traditional way. So I don't know if you can see here the borders, but this is absolutely traditional and really beautiful. You have all of these classic Italian papers, more Rhodia, more E&M, and then we get into sets of Herbin pencils, calligraphy items that if you're European you're used to seeing, but in Asia I think this is quite cool that you can find these as well. They have gift sets and boxes, all the nibs, all of the wax seals by Gerbin, and all of the nibs that go with, plus of course the nib holders. And so here we get to the exceptional items. So you have little objects of culture everywhere. I'm trying to keep the spoilers for last. So here you have a Rosetta Stone, because yes, this is really an amazing place if you love writing. It's all about the culture of writing. And so if you come here, this is where it gets really magical, because I think this is what we have all been waiting for. Hi Urban, hi Alice. Hello everybody. So as you can guess, even if you missed the introduction, I am at Fine Writing Instruments right now. And some of you might know these pens, some of you might not, but these are real gems. The series behind are the Planet series, in which each pen has a finial, like I think you can see them here, that corresponds to the planet, that they represent. I have the one all the way in the back, which is the Venus, but here you see all the different planets that they have. And something that I discovered today, by the way, is that the demo section, so the barrel of the pen, is actually hammer resistant. It basically will not break. It can also be used even with iron gall inks with no problem. It was really fascinating to be able to learn more about this pen. Now, many of you are big fans of these pens that are more in the front. So these are the brass pens. The very first one is this one that we see in the middle, which was the very first finish that came out. There are very, very few in existence of this finish, because they were actually very difficult to make. So if you have one, enjoy it. Consider yourself very lucky, because these will not be made again. These are actually very unique and beautiful. The next models that came out were this brass, which has this black finish added to it, which you should take very good care of, because the black finish is more delicate. And then there is the full brass one, octagonal, which it's the same style but in a full brass finish, which is one of the things that I am leaving with today. So you will see more about this pen soon enough, and I'm looking forward to doing a review of. After, there is the full smooth brass finish, which has a polished finish and a natural finish, which is more matte. This is the next pen that is coming out next month worldwide, which is basically like the Warrior pen. The design that you see here is actually inspired by the pattern that you see on the armor of the warriors that guard temples in China, and obviously here in Taiwan as well. And the finial, so let me try to show you a finial of these pens. So you might have already seen the finial of the Bronze Age. So this is the Bronze Age and the Dark Age, okay? And now you can see that this new pen that is coming soon is actually quite different. It represents a lion holding a sword, because the sword is basically inspired from that saying that the pen is mightier than the sword. But at the same time, the lion with the sword is a symbol of also revenge, of strength. And so this is basically a pen that brings good. It's supposed to protect the writer, protect his ideas. It's his tool and his sword. So, guys, if you are a fan of fine writing instruments, you will most definitely want to keep your eye on shops next month when this beauty comes out. And then we also have what Alice was asking me about a few seconds ago, which are these one of a kind pieces. So I'm going to start with the wooden ones. Okay, so all of these are made with different kinds of woods. So here there is, I'm actually going to turn my screen because then I'm going to put this on YouTube and it will be easier also because of the shape of the pen to do it horizontally. So sorry if I'm making you turn your pen around. So the first one that you see, the octagonal one in the middle, is cedar. It's Taiwanese cedar. And then as is, sorry, I'm turning this again a little bit just in diagonal. This one here is the center band is also Taiwanese incense cedar, and then it has Haijon, and then it has ebonite on the sides. These, however, are a wood that is coming from Poland that is about 4,000 years old and was found underground, and you can see the pithing on the wood. You can see that texture on the wood. The one on the left has acrylic. Oh, the Ukraine. Sorry, I'm being corrected. I'm saying silly things. It's not from Poland. It's from the Ukraine. And it has an acrylic on the left. On the right, it is a special edition ebonite that has 4 colors that is in the barrel. And these are absolutely beautiful. What they are hiding is that inside, because these are wooden pens, the section is actually also black ebonite, which gives warmth to the touch. Coming back forward, I'm sorry, I'm turning my phone around again to show horizontally these pens, which will be easier to see later on YouTube. These are Mont Blancs, which are worked on to have the ebonite, to have urushi lacquer. The one in the front just has urushi. The one in the back, as many of you might have already recognized, has urushi and radin. And this beauty here is full silver work with the imperial symbol of Japan. And the pen, when you lift it, is actually super surprising because it is extremely light. And the lightness of this pen is because in the interior you have actually Taiwanese incense cedar. And the beauty of that Taiwanese incense cedar is that when you take out the converter, it smells delicious. It's just beautiful. The scent is incredible. Section is also made out of ebonite, and there is a little detail of section in rosewood, which is absolutely insane. And here we have more urushi wood work. So this is a tiger. This is a jaguar. Sorry, I have somebody reminding me what is what. The band in the one behind is also silver work. And these beauties here, the pink ones, are actually very interesting because they look like urushi, but they are not. These pens, and I'm turning here to show you how deep these ridges are to shape this flower. These are actually pink ebonite polished by hand to get that shine that you see here. And that's absolutely beautiful. They come presented like this in the wooden box, and they are absolutely gorgeous. They also have these pen cases, which are made in Taiwan by a lady who works in the stuffed toy. She's basically the head of the stuffed toy industry, or usine in French. How do you say usine in French? Factory. Thank you. I'm basically losing my words. And the fabrics are both either Taiwanese or Japanese, and the craftsmanship is absolutely exquisite. These are also fine writing instrument brands. So I am back to the original pens, and these pens here. One pen here is missing because it's already in a box, in a bag that is going to France that I got as well. I got a wooden pen today. These pens are usually one of a kind. They are posted on the Fine Writing Instruments Instagram account. So if you see one that says to send a direct message and ask for the price, it is absolutely worth doing so. And yes, so I think this concludes our visit of Fine Writing Instruments, the shop in Taipei. The content of this little bag will be reviewed in Paris, and I am really looking forward to many hours of writing with their pens because they are absolutely exquisite. So there you have it. This is Fine Writing Instruments in Taipei. Thank you for those of you who joined this live, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye. Oh my God.
This is window-proof material.
And it's perfect.
Yeah, it's strongest on earth.
Wow, that is so strong. Okay, wow. That's a fine writing instrument pen, which is hammer-proof.
Hammer-proof.